Just real quickly, let me introduce myself. My name is Derricke Gray. As Amanda said up front, I'm the Director of Product Management for Engineering Applications. Um, I've been with Bentley now on 24 years. I started out with Florida DOT for about 4 years, worked in the private industry for about 7 years, and then joined Bentley in 1997. I've worked in a variety of areas, but as I said, now Director of Product Management. Most of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the OpenX designer products: OpenSite, OpenRoads, OpenRail, and OpenBridge. I'm going to focus today on just one of those, OpenRoads, but really what I'm going to talk about for the most part really applies to all of our different products. I won't read the little blurb there that's on the screen. You guys can read that, but I do want to focus on three things, and that is modeling, deliverables, and exchange. We provide a comprehensive modeling environment with the tools that enable you to do your job, again, depending on what type of transportation you're doing, whether it's site, road, rail, or bridge. The modeling capabilities are there, but there's really two things we want to focus on beyond that, and one is your deliverables. And of course, being able to exchange and use and analyze data between different disciplines. Next slide, Eduardo. And the reason I want to focus on this is one of my favorite slides, is that as an industry, we are moving, we're in a period of transition. We are moving from 2D deliverables, plan sets, to 3D BIM-based digital deliverables. And we've all got a plan to get there, right? But in life in general, reality doesn't quite fit our plan, right? It takes time, and different agencies move at different speeds. We run into roadblocks, and so it's a real challenge in this transition to move from 2D to 3D. Next slide, Eduardo. So what I want to show you here is how OpenRoads and all of our OpenX Designer product lines are meeting this challenge. So here I've got a basic model created, right? And one of my deliverables that I might need are standard cross sections, right? So we're going to cut these cross sections directly from the model. So what I've done here is I've just set up an interval that I'm going to place my cross sections. You can see the little 3D slices that are placed in the 3D model. So your model is the basis of your design, but we're going to create these standard 2D deliverables from that. So once I've placed these in there, I can just go in there. You can see my different cross-section stations, and I can create these construction drawings. These are very typical things that our transportation agencies have to do. At the same time, though, let's go back to the model, and you can see that we've used item types. Eduardo brought those up earlier in the context of MicroStation. We're taking advantage of those, so we can, for example, attach pay items to our pavement, to our sidewalk. We can use these across reference files. For example, this case, this median crossover is actually in a reference file. You can see the item types are grayed out. I can read them, but I can't, of course, change them without going into the reference file. Now, once all of this business data or engineering data is there, I can, of course, take these out to the iModel or to the iTwin. And so here's my same project. I've got the iTwin out there. Now I may want to do some sort of digital review. So I don't necessarily have to have plans. Remember, earlier I cut the 2D deliverables, the cross sections, but here I'm actually cutting cross sections on the fly in the cloud. I can measure distances on those cross sections. I can decide to go in there and actually look at individual quantities on these cross sections. So the idea here I'm trying to get across is, if you're still using 2D deliverable cross sections, that's great. We'll create those for you. If you've moved beyond that and you actually want to make your iTwin available in the cloud and let users go out there and actually cut their own cross sections and measure and quantify those, then that's great too, right? We want to be able to, wherever you are in that process, we want to be able to give you the tools that you need to take care of these different types of issues. And so it kind of goes back to my plan and reality, right? We're all at different places. These same item types can be used everywhere. As I saw earlier, we looked at the pay items on the pavement, but we can also, for example, place these on the guardrail. So you can see here, I'm just querying the guardrail and looking at different information there. It can be used on signage or any other type of artifact that we've got in our project. So this is really what we're trying to do in all of our OpenX Designer products is allow you to create and manage construction drawings for today's plans, while at the same time providing everything that you need for tomorrow's digital deliverables. And as you can see on the screen, there are companies and transportation agencies all over the world that are seeing the productivity and the efficiency of our OpenX Designer products, as I said, which allow them, wherever they are in this transition, it allows them to fit their workflow and keep them productive.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.